talk about Deion Sanders and what he is going to attempt to do in year one at Colorado. Now, I have said here before, the schedule is brutal. The task is brutal to try and rebuild Colorado to get back to competitive. And I think the goal should be let's make a bowl game. Like, if you can make a bowl game after going 1-11 last year as Colorado, that would be success in my book. Now, what is the key variable to making that happen? There's a lot of things that you look at, transfers meshing, the team coming together from a culture standpoint. But when I look at the entire project that is Colorado, the key variable to me is Shedeur Sanders hitting the ground running. And it's a fair conversation to have because when you look at the level of competition from the FCS level of college football to the FBS level, it's difficult. It is a jump. Far be it from me to say Shedeur Sanders can't do it. He had big-time offers out of high school from pretty much anywhere else in the country. Tons of Power 5 offers. Decided to go to Jackson State to play under his father, Deion Sanders. Credit to him for that. I love it. But it is a different game. Defenses are bigger. They're faster. The alignments are different because of that. That safety, he's allowed to align a little bit closer to the middle of the field because he has ridiculous speed, and he can cover more ground. He can play hash to boundary, whereas in the FCS level, there's not as many guys that can do that. So I might be reading the safety pre-snap, and that read in the FBS pre-snap is different than what it is in the FCS. That's an adjustment. The windows close quicker. I got to be on time in my quick game. I cannot get that out route out late. Otherwise, it's pick six the other way. I got to be on it, man. I can't get away with some of those wow plays that maybe I got away with at the FCS level. Again, I'm not here to dunk on the FCS. I played FCS football. I love the FCS, but I also grad transferred to Baylor and got a pretty good taste of what that feels like and what that speed of the game is like. It's just different. Now, Shedeur Sanders, I'm sure, has a little bit more ability than yours truly. That's why I'm behind the mic, and that's why he's about to go play at Colorado. But you hear what I'm saying. It is a jump, and it is an adjustment. How quickly he makes that adjustment is going to be paramount to Colorado being successful in year one. It's a different game, FCS to FBS. How quickly he adjusts will be the difference maker. If you have not yet subscribed, would love to have you a part of this. College football content every single day, live twice a week. Would love to have you a part of this operation. Also, follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at JD Piquel. Just want to hear from y'all. Want to do more of what you want to see. So go ahead and jump in the chat. Get after us here in the live show. Get at me in the DMs on Twitter as well as on Instagram. So why is this so important? Why is it so important for Colorado to have success under Shedeur Sanders? Why is it important for him to hit the ground running? There is so much that your quarterback does for you. There is so much that he's responsible for, to where if Shedeur Sanders is on his P's and Q's, if he's keeping it tight early, he can be the equalizer for what Colorado doesn't have. He can be the eraser for some of the weaknesses that Colorado might have in year one from their 1-11 season last year. Some examples of that. You can dial in the quick game. If you're able to be good with your slants and your out concepts, you're able to be good on the hitches and quick game and be in rhythm and process it all quickly. Well, guess what? That makes your offensive line's job a ton easier, and that will be a makeshift offensive line. Hear me loud and clear. Those will be a group of guys that have not played together before. Patchwork from the portal. The line last year was one of the worst in FBS, based on what the numbers tell us. But if we get the ball out of our hands on time, we're catch, rock, throw. We're 3 steps, get it out. Like, offensive line doesn't have to block for 5 seconds. You can just get a piece of your man, ball's out. Cool, we're good. Move the sticks. You can play a different style. Also, if you're able to be successful through the air, Shedeur Sanders is dialed in. He's wheeling and dealing. Secondary is having to account for what he's going to do throwing the football with the weapons they're going to have, and they've done a lot in the portal. They'll have some weapons for him. Well, that changes the way that the defense can play you, and that makes your job easier in the run game. The safety's not crashing down as hard. The safety has to honor you because he's gotten beat twice deep. Safety has to be on his P's and Q's a little bit because he doesn't want that slant being thrown right by his ear. Linebackers, they're not triggering as quickly either. Better looks for your running back. Cavassier Smoke, transfer from Kentucky. He's a dude now. I'm just telling you, my guy can tote the rock. Don't let him get rolling. Having a balanced attack offensively. It changes the game. If Shedeur Sanders is on his game, and if he's dialed in early, the operation for Colorado is different, and the way defenses have to play them is different. Now, here's the deal. When a car is being put together, when a car is on the road, doesn't matter what the condition of the car is, it matters how comfortable is that driver. If Shedeur Sanders is comfortable, the Colorado car is in good shape. And in the Pac-12 conference, you don't need to play smash mouth football. You don't need to have a rock-solid defense and a super tough running game. It helps. Shoot, that's how Utah won the conference last year, but you don't need that to be competitive. Just having Shedeur Sanders on his game will make them competitive. Look across the conference. USC, Caleb Williams, great quarterback. Oregon, Bo Nix, great quarterback. Washington, Michael Penix Jr., believe he led the country in passing yards. Utah, Cam Rising. This is a quarterback-driven conference, more so I would say across any other conference in the country right now, or as much as at least. If Colorado and Shedeur Sanders can get rolling early, they're going to give themselves a chance. Now, how they'll actually win games going forward, how they'll actually have success, sustained success, the defense is going to have to get it going. And they've retooled that defense. Cormani McClain, I expect to get early playing time. Travis Hunter, don't think it's a secret. He's going to play right away. They've got a lot of guys that are going to contribute early, that they're transferring in and sort of retooling the defense. But that might take a second to gel. That might take a second to get perfectly meshed together. Now, if the offense can score some points and put some pressure on the opposing defense, it might allow the defense to take a second and to mesh. Defense may not have to win you games that first 6 games if the offense is rolling. But as you wear on throughout the season, as players get dinged up, as you get more film on the offense, as things start to become a little bit less of a cat and mouse game strategically, that's when you need the defense to step up. But if you can buy time as the offense, again, the offense, meaning Shedeur Sanders, that is how you will be successful in year 1 at Colorado. So Shedeur Sanders, I believe, without a shadow of a doubt, is the key to them being successful going forward. It is a jump from the FCS to the FBS level. I promise you, there is a difference. Caliber of player, speed of the game, strategy, it's all different. How quickly he adjusts will be the difference maker. If he can adjust, the offense changes completely. You can't just key on one variable of this offense. The run game gets going. The offensive line has an easier job. A lot of pressure is on Shedeur Sanders, but with great pressure comes great reward. In Colorado, I promise you, they're not just there to make a bowl game. Like we're talking about that right now, they have their sights set on much more. So I hope and pray that we're able to get to a Colorado game this coming season and take you on the road with us. That'd be incredible. But I'm telling you, their success will be predicated on what Shedeur Sanders can do. And if he can get rolling early, the defense, and then catch up, that's how Colorado's going to be dangerous. Got the pieces, but do they have the right driver? Is the driver able to get comfortable, Shedeur Sanders? I'm excited to see it. Hey, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.